Spartans! What is your profession?
Bro, this ain't no highlights, fam. This a compilation thing, fam. He whooped him, bro. Bro, throw some Roy Jones music in the background, bro. That's a compilation, fam. He battered that boy, bro. Barrios is still my boy, though. You know what I mean? Like, he'll go in there with like AB and those guys, just a lovable character. Do you know what I mean? You know he's cack, but you just still root for him anyway.
It's one of those fights. Haney needs it to go 12 rounds. Garcia needs to end it because that's the only way that's the only way they're going to win. Garcia's only going to win by knockout. Haney's only going to win by unanimous decision. So it's a case of that's what both these fighters will be going for. And it is that, can I avenge the loss? Or will it be a case of, yeah, you thought it was steroids the first time, but I'm going to school you again and I'm going to show the world that I am better than you. So I think that is why this has to be the next fight, because there's so much intrigue, there's so much bad blood, and people want to know.
Yeah, obviously Floyd is just another level, another class to Pacman, but it was just that hopeless like naivety, like, oh come on Pacman, just do it. Like, bro, I've never supported you before this fight, I've never supported you after. Just do it for this one fight, bro. Just do it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, just hopeless. But same this time round, bro. I dislike, now that I know more about Pacman, I dislike him more, bro. So I kind of hope they both knock each other out. Double knockout.
Yes, people, another edition of Nights of the Round Table Discussion. We discuss all sports all the time. Got my guys, ST and Tooth in the building. How we doing, people?
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm disappointed, bruv, yeah. I could be watching my team, yeah, win a fucking game, finally, but I'm on here having to talk about probably two idiots I don't really want to talk about. Do you know what I mean, bro? One of them being the guy behind you, bro. Do you get what I mean? Looking like some homoerotic wallpaper you got going on there, bro. What's cracking, TJ? You good, fam?
Listen, I'm good. Listen, we appreciate it because obviously, but bruv, the only reason why, yeah, is obviously because life be lifing, but also you lot already through from the first leg, so it's like,
hey, but bro, I know, bro, but we ain't Man United, bro. We ain't got 4 or 5 wins on the row like you, man, bro. Enjoying our best life right now, bro. Do you know what I mean? Class of 92, 93, bro, out here. Fucking reliving 99 out here, bro. You, man, are gassed. I could see, bro. I could see the 4-hour poddy coming. Do you know what I mean? Title, United back.
never that. It's a long road ahead. It is a long road ahead.
We're not like that,
bro. We're not like that at all. But listen, people, listen. You know what it is. You know when these guys are here. ST, our encyclopedia of boxing knowledge, and Tooth, our combat sports connoisseur. You know what time it is. Boxing talk is back. First of all, apologies. The fight that took place this weekend kind of snuck up on us. I felt like it only got announced at the Shakur Stevenson fight, and then it just happened. So apologies to people that you didn't get the preview. But listen, we will be. That's why we're here. We're here to review that. We're also here, as Tooth alluded to talk about the return of Money May and talk about him and Pacman, and we're also here to talk about a defection from Conor Benn going over and signing to Uncle Dana and leaving Eddie Hearn in his wake. But listen, as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, and at the same time, share. We are here, and don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Well, we have to start with a fight that took place the weekend just gone. It was Barrios versus Ryan Garcia for the WBC welterweight title. Just to sum it up, it was an absolute another dog walk, people. Another dog walk, to be honest. Just like Shakur did with Tiafimo, Ryan Garcia did the business with Barrios, knocked him down in the first round. I think everyone was probably anticipating that the fight would have ended early, but it went the full 12 rounds. Ryan Garcia winning via unanimous decision on all the scorecards: 119, 108, 120, 107, and 118, 109, and becoming WBC welterweight champion. ST, to come to you first, you have been blowing the trumpet that Barrios is garbage, bruv. And obviously, Garcia going in there. Even before that, bro, when he had the fight with Pacman and it was a majority draw, and I think all three of us said that Pacman should have won that fight, just showed how poor a champion Barrios was. But Garcia goes in there, does the business, and gets the victory. Just sum up how you saw the fight, and was it what you anticipated in this fight to happen?
You guys already know, like I've been saying this in the group. I've been saying in this group that Barrios isn't good. Like he gets hit way too much. His strongest asset is his volume punching, and he couldn't handle that because Ryan's hands was faster. Ryan hits hard. Ryan has a very quick left hook. Ryan has better footwork than him. Ryan has better defense than him, and Ryan's defense isn't that great. I knew about Barrios. You should have known as soon as Pacman beat him. Let's be real. Pacman should have been the world champion. He beat him, and they didn't give him the decision. And I've known for time that Barrios, don't get me wrong, people, we're only saying he's rubbish in the sense that we're talking about from an elite point of view. Like he's done well to become a world champion. Of course, we have to respect the fact that he's become a world champion. But bro, I can't even lie. I've been telling everybody that Barrios is the weakest champion. Baby food for everybody. And no one believed me. I was like, this Barrios guy is not good. And I knew Ryan would beat him. I thought Ryan would actually stop him. But didn't happen. But yeah, Ryan didn't really have to exert too much pressure. I think Ryan fought the best, fought conservatively, to be fair. But I think Ryan did a very good job. He made it look easy, if I'm being honest. And it's a well-deserved championship. Like, I don't think Barrios didn't really cause too much of a threat. Like I said before, his best asset is his volume punching, punches and bunches. And he couldn't do that because he couldn't set his footwork off because Ryan was too quick to the punch. That right hand down the pipe, the left hook, money all the time. And Barrios doesn't move his head. So, went how it went. So, it is what it is, man. Onwards and upwards for Ryan Garcia, man. Bigger fights ahead for him.
No, 100%. And Barrios, bro, let's be honest, he was a human punching bag for this fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was literally just there to be hit. And you're 100% right. The left hook, the right hook, that was catching him around the gloves, and then obviously the body work, because he realized that obviously Barrios would have been expecting him to go for the knockout. I think he made it go 12 rounds. I think he saw it as he knew he was going to absolutely dominate, get some rounds under his belt, because I think one of the things that has been said about Garcia is he has a tendency to gas out. So he obviously looks like he tried to use this fight to try and get the rounds under his belt, and it was absolute dominance for him. Tooth, for you, obviously.
I know where this is going, bro. I know where this is going.
What do you mean? Where's it going? Where's it going? Tell me, where's it going?
No, I'll let you finish, bro. I'm
just saying from your perspective, like with the fight, and how did you see it? What was your thoughts on it? Were they similar to STs or? Bruv, like honestly, I'm struggling here because Barrios was so bad.
Bro, there's only one way. There's only one way to look at it, bro. The same way that everyone else saw it, bro. It was a ass whooping, bro. It was just a good old fashioned ass whooping, bro. There could have been two Barrioses in there at the same time. They both would have lost, bro. bro. I'm telling you, just my man just took a paycheck, bro. It's a dive. I'm saying, no, bro. It's a. I'm bet it. I'll put any money on it. It's a fixed fight, bro. Um, I didn't even know about the fight until you posted it on the group either, bro. I just watched the highlights and I was like, that this ain't bro, this ain't no highlights, fam. This a compilation thing, fam. He whooped him, bro. Bro, throw some Roy Jones music in the background, bro. That's a compilation,
Oh
fam. He
shit.
battered that. He battered that boy, bro. Barrios is still my boy though. You know what I mean? Like he'll he'll go in there with like AB and those guys, just a lovable character. Do you know what I mean? You know he's cack, but you just still root for him anyway. Um, Ryan done what Ryan does. Ryan did what Ryan does, and he just needs to fight elite competition and not get caught using steroids again, bro. So we'll see how
100.
that
It's
plays
true.
out, bro. But, yeah, man, that's my thoughts on it.
No, 100%. And like people, if you're looking for some in-depth analysis, like ST and Duve already said it, bruv. Like there's nothing else to go off in terms of this fight. It's very difficult to analyze. The man got beat up. It's as simple as that. But ST, obviously, after the fight, he was asked who's next. He calls out Shakur. Now, obviously, on the last boxing talk, we said that Shakur's not going to 147 anytime soon. He's going to stay as 140. 140 is that now?
140.
Yeah, he's going to stay at 140. Can we see that fight happening though? Because look, I know he doesn't want to move up yet, but we know that these guys are prize fighters. Ryan Garcia gets eyes, bro. You can tell from his social media. He has eyes, bro. Like, so is there a way in which this fight at 147 can happen? Can he tempt Shakur to move up when Shakur sees the numbers that they could possibly do?
I think Shakur will personally wait because of he's got a lot of belts at 140. There's other people that he can fight at 140. I also think as well Ryan Garcia be more likely to fight about the other person that we're gonna speak about soon,
Mm, mm.
Conor Benn. Just like money fights, so you got Lewis Crocker. There are other fights for Ryan Garcia. I reckon Ryan Garcia will get belts first before he and build up the Stevenson fight. I don't think they will fight yet, unless it's ridiculous money. And like unless let's say for example, Dana White's company Zuffa Boxing or any other one of those companies or Turkey Prop some ridiculous numbers, then I can only see it. But for now, I think both Ryan and Shakur would look to unify their divisions. That's what I think personally. So
I wasn't going to mention Conor Benn until like way later on because there's more important
sorry,
people.
but yeah.
There's more important people to mention. But no,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that Shakur will stay at 140. I think Ryan will go in a different direction. Tooth though, it's something that's been bothering me with Garcia because he mentioned Shakur. Obviously, Conor Benn's always in the mix. I think Garcia's kind of downplayed the fight with Conor Benn. And there's another guy that we'll talk about after. But why has Garcia, and this is to both of you actually, but I want to get to first. Why has Garcia not immediately called out Rolly Romero after what Rolly did to him?
Too high risk, bro. Just too high risk. Rolly is look, man. Rolly was my boy from date. Like people forget, even before Javante, even before that, I was telling you, man. Like people are sleeping on Rolly, yeah. Not because you saw him and he was like uberly talented. He wasn't one of these Terence Crawford, Errol Spence sort of guys. Do you know what I mean? Textbook doing everything, but bro, dude was awkward and strong, bro. And perfect combination for a fighter, bro. Do
Can't
you know
say
what I
that,
mean?
bro.
Like
You have to say
perfect
you have to
combination.
say You have to stay special
Oh,
person,
bro,
bro.
it's gonna get. Hey, listen, when we start talking about Floyd, it's gonna get much worse, bro. It's gonna get. This is nothing, fam.
Oh my God. Oh my
Hey,
God.
so he might not be winning world titles and shit, but he's gonna be a problem for a lot of people, bro. He's gonna
No,
be
but
a.
Roddy is a world champion, bro.
No, but I'm saying like holding that title, unifying
Oh,
titles,
okay,
fucking
yeah.
going undisputed, like moving up and down weights and getting multiple. Like he's not that guy, bro. Do you know what I mean, bro? Bro, he's a brawler. Do you know what I mean? His career ambitions are not that deep, bro. Do you get what I mean? And he knows he can't compete like with the elite of the elite. We saw what happened when he went up against Javante. But as much as he got embarrassed in that fight, he did put up a decent fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you go back and watch that fight, I remember personally being somewhat impressed by his performance. You know,
Mm.
not to say he caused the world of problems for Javante, but at the same time, he didn't go in there like get KO'd in like 1 second. So
Mm.
credit for him for that. And then since then, we've seen how far he's come. He's beaten a few heads, bro. He's beaten Garcia being probably the biggest one. And obviously now having a world title. So Garcia, that I can see why Garcia wants to avoid that problem for now, bro. I can see why.
Mm,
Like, bro, if you lose twice to Rolly, where do you go from? Where do you
yeah.
go to from?
Mm,
Um, and I could, I, I see why he called out Shakur
mm.
because Shakur's in the same predicament where I know you guys are gonna throw shade at me for saying this, but Shakur ain't trying to fight no one. Shakur's loving life right now.
No,
I
He's
what are
don't know.
you
cruising,
doing?
bro. Nah,
I don't
What are
know
you
about
easy,
that,
bro.
doing,
bro.
bro?
Bro, don't
Nah,
talk to me.
bro. I
Nah,
can't
don't
get
talk to me.
no.
Nah, don't talk to me
Nah,
about
bro.
Fimo, bro. Fimo's
No,
washed. Fimo's washed, bro.
no,
Fimo was
bro.
washed.
Timo
Washed.
was the guy that everyone was saying could do it, and now we're saying he's washed. Like,
I
what are we
wasn't
No.
saying
doing?
that shit. I wasn't saying that shit, bro. I wasn't saying, bro. I wasn't saying shit about Fimo for the last three. After the Loma fight, I didn't say shit, bro. After the Loma fight, did you ever hear me once say anything about Fimo? If anything, I said he was going to lose both the Camboza's fights and all the other shit that came after that, bro. I knew he had head loss, bro. Bro, personally, yeah, for the level of talent, and I'm coming from a like constructive a point of view, which is more constructive criticism than it is
Mm,
to like just outright shit on Shakur, bro, for the amount of talent this kid has, yeah, boring, bro, boring, easy fight after easy fight, easy victory after easy. I know you, man, love the sweet science and all this boring shit, but bro, like, knock someone out, please. Like, come on now, like, do you get what I mean? All right, maybe things are gonna change from that. So let's see. I'll
Bro, come on,
reserve
man.
judgment until I'll reserve judgment, but
Come
yeah,
on,
I
man.
haven't
Like,
personally, bro. Like I said, he's got an abundance of talent, bro. In my opinion, he should be smoking these dudes, bro. But he's still not captivated my interest yet. He's not like let's say an Errol Spence did or a Terence Crawford did when these guys were coming up. Do you get what I mean? He's not done that yet. He's got all, bro. He's got everything else on point. The Louis Vuitton shades, the interviews, the Rolexes, the record with his. He's got everything out. Everything else he's figured out. He's just not figured out the part that captivates me into boxing, bro. Yeah, you're good at the sweet science and all that, bro. But knock someone out now, bro. Come on. I want to see a few knockouts, bro. That's why everyone enjoys watching Tank.
listen, it's a fair point. I think the last two fights have kind of dispelled that boring nature of it. I think he's allowed people to understand that, listen, he is about the sweet science. I think the difference between him and Floyd is that Floyd was knocking people out when he was Pretty Boy. And then obviously is once the hands went, that's when, whereas Shakur hasn't really been doing that. But I think the opinions are changing slowly but surely. Its opinions are changing on Shakur. But ST, first of all, what belt has Rolly got?
WBA.
Okay, he's got a WBA. All right, cool. So yeah, cool. Because I'm surprised he didn't call out Rolly, but Tooth is right. If he loses twice to Rolly, where does he go from there? Doesn't make sense.
And
at this
obviously,
moment in time.
Yeah.
But ST, the glaring person that everybody's saying it has to happen. Obviously, Tooth spoke touched on it with the steroids. Devin Haney. It has to be Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. I think it's the only one that makes sense. I think Shakur, too small, wouldn't really do anything at 147 at this moment in time. As Tooth said, Rolly, too much of a risk at this moment in time. Devin Haney makes sense. The rematch, obviously, after what happened in the first fight, where man beat up Devin Haney, but then obviously found out that he was on the juice. It has to happen. Obviously, it was supposed to happen after who did Devin fight? Devin's last fight was who? Oh, God.
Not Ramirez. After Ramirez.
So no, it was the Ramirez. So Devin, you know when they were all three on the same card?
Yeah, Ramirez.
So Devin fought Ramirez. And remember, Garcia was supposed to win that. And then he was supposed to fight Haney. That's how that was supposed to work. But it didn't happen because Garcia lost to Rolly. Mm-hmm. Then Devin fought who for the belt and won. Can't remember his name. Oh, my days. It's going to bug me, but I can't think about it now. But listen, these two have to be on the collision course. This is the next fight that has to happen. It has to be
Brian Norman. Brian Norman.
That's it. Brian Norman. It has to be Garcia Haney now. That fight it has to. There's nowhere else for anybody to go. I know Garcia called out Shakur, but it's not gonna happen. It has to be Haney. Will Haney
Do you think Haney will take that fight though?
Yeah.
He take it. One thing about Haney, I'm gonna be very honest, out of all the guys you mentioned, Shakur, Teofimo, all these buddies, Devin, I can't lie to you, doesn't shy away from challenges. He probably has the best resume out of all of them. So I think he would take that fight again.
But don't you think he'll be in a similar position as Garcia if he took the Rolly fight and lost that? You know what I mean? Haney might be like, bro, if he loses to Garcia twice, what do you think? Or do you think he will be confident enough to take it and know he'll beat him this time?
As I was going to say, I think Haney's a bit more confident. And the thing is, Haney fought a stupid fight. Like, he was literally just going there reckless. Because, I think Garcia got under his skin. And he was like, fuck it, let me just fight. But I think that Garcia, it's different. Garcia can get outboxed. And I think Garcia is not as strong as people think he is. He's strong, but he's not that strong. Whereas Rolly is a bit different. Rolly is very strong, like freakishly very strong. So he hits hard, so it's awkward. But I think Devin Haney is very skillful. That he will get Garcia again, to be honest.
So you think that Haney beats Garcia in a rematch?
I don't. Me personally, no.
That's fair.
No, Why? I think. I know. I know he failed the steroid test, but I've got to go back and check. But I remember reading up on it and not being too overly worried. Like, it weren't no heavy shit like EPO, testosterone. It was some weak shit, but I can't remember. Yeah, so let's just pigeonhole that idea. Fuck it, he failed the test. Yeah, but bro, I think he schooled him in that fight, bro. Like, if again, I'm going off memory here, but he knocked him down a few times.
3 times,
Yeah, Haney, bro, in my memory of things was, bro, he absolutely battered him. There it was like
he did. No, but you know what it is?
Did he stop him?
He stopped him.
Yeah.
But you know what it is, Garcia in the rounds that he knocked him down was very good. However, in the rounds, because I remember this fight as well. In the rounds that Garcia didn't knock him down at all, Devin was winning the rounds when he boxed smartly. It's just that he was hurt so much from the start that Garcia capitalized, and obviously with that quick left hook of his and the powerful left hook of
Yeah,
his,
fair.
caught him.
I mean,
But I remember watching that fight, and this is why I wouldn't usually say this because it's different between, for example, Garcia and Rolly. Rolly was outboxing Garcia as well as knocking him down, even in the rounds that Garcia Garcia was winning. Like Rolly was outboxing him. Garcia in the fight with Haney, barring the 3 knockdowns, Haney was actually winning the rounds and quite comfortably. But it's just that when Garcia landed on him, Garcia knocked him down. So that's the reason why I'm looking at that and saying,
yeah.
listen,
See, I don't
if
recall that, bro. Again, I'm just going off
no, I
memory.
do.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
remember. But yeah, I hear
I
you.
just
But
remember watching that and thinking, rah, like there's levels to this, and Haney is not Haney is not that guy, bro. But listen, again, the pressure's on him now to prove to
Mhm.
everyone that this was a blip, this was
Yeah,
steroids, this was like what
yeah.
other better way to do it than to take a rematch? Do you get what I mean? Or even call Garcia out, just straight up, be like, look, next is going to be the rematch. Do you get what I mean? He needs to
Mhm.
kind of put his money where his mouth is. You get what I mean? And at
Mhm.
the moment, he ain't really doing that, bro, which doesn't buy me his vote of confidence.
I don't agree with that, man. I think Devin Haney, out of all of them, is the one that's taken the hardest challenges, even compared to
Fair, yeah,
Shakur,
yeah, fair,
even compared to
fair.
Fimo. Like, look at the fighters like, for example, Linares, Lomachenko, Prograis when he
Yeah,
was cold. All these guys,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
champions.
Fair.
Like, personally for me, like you can say that about Shakur Stevenson, even though I think Shakur would fight anybody. I just don't think he's marketable at this moment in time because, as you said, he doesn't get knockouts. But I obviously respect him as a fighter. I think he's an amazing fighter. But Devin Haney
Yeah.
fights everyone. I can't even
No,
deny
you're
that. Like,
right, bro. Haney, yeah. Haney has the best record out of everyone. You're
yeah,
100%. I forgot about that. Prograis, Loma. There's a few scalps on there, bro.
yeah, bro, he's got a few.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. He does have a chance. I'm proper writing him off, aren't I, bro? I'm like, bro,
You
fuck the
can write him off,
rematch.
man.
Retire, bro. P45 for this man, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm writing him off.
I swear this
Proper. Nah,
guy,
you
man.
got a point. ST, you make a fair point. You make a fair point. My bad,
Like
bro. My bad.
it is a fair point, and I think that's the thing about this is what ST is saying. Obviously, we've seen Haney doesn't shy away from fights. We've seen his record, and we've seen what he's done since the Ryan Garcia fight. But there's that element of doubt of Garcia failed a drug test, but as Tooth said, wasn't anything major. Can you come back from that? And it's going to be a case of because look, it's one of those fights. Haney needs it to go 12 rounds. Garcia needs to end it because that's the only way that's the only way they're going to win. Garcia's only going to win by knockout. Haney's only going to win by unanimous decision. So it's a case of though that's what both these fighters will be going for, and it is that can I avenge the loss, or will it be a case of you thought it was steroids the first time, but I'm going to school you again and I'm going to show the world that I am better than you. So I think that is why this has to be the next fight because there's so much intrigue, there's so much bad blood, and people want to know. And it's a fight that will get bums in seats and eyes watching. ST, you mentioned Conor Benn, don't really want to say much. Obviously, he's the mandatory for the WBC belt. Um, Yeah, but he doesn't deserve it. We're going to move on. Um,
We're gonna have to talk about him anyway, man.
we'll talk about him after. But yes, let's move on to the announcement of the year so far,
Oh,
and
come on, man. Don't do this.
no, hold on, because you lot saw my response in the group chat. So but listen, at the end of the day, it is the announcement of the year, the goal of our lifetime. has said that he wants to come out of retirement. Money May has said that he will be coming out of retirement. Obviously, he's got the exhibition fight with Tyson in April, I do believe. And then he said he will be coming out of retirement. He's already signed to a promoter. I can't remember what they're called. It's CSI Sports or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And in the pipeline is a rematch that people wanted. The first fight is looking to be Money versus Pacman 2. Obviously, the man them know Money is my GOAT in terms of boxers that I've seen. I can't go off the Muhammad Ali's and the Sugar Ray Robinsons because I weren't alive when them man were dominating. But I'm talking about when I got into boxing, that's my GOAT.
That's a lie, people. He was alive back then. TJ was definitely alive back then.
obviously, ST's is Roy Jones. I think Roy Jones is ST is Roy Jones. I don't know who Tooth's is. Tooth's yours is who?
I've got 100, bro. Mine changes every day, bro. One day it's Bernard Hopkins. Another day it's AB. Another day it's Rolly Romero. Do you know what I mean? It just changes constantly, bro. Do you know what I mean? Who was it? Jarrell Miller, Big Baby Miller's top five as well.
This guy's an idiot,
Do you get what I mean, bro? But yeah, bro.
That guy in his 250,
no. Bro, hey, bro, goated, bro. Hey, did you see it? Did you see it hover off the top of his head and come back in?
Bro, the convertible on the top of his head, I was like, bro, man got the main unit. Man got the manual.
See, that's something, bro, listen, that's something Floyd could never do, which is entertain us.
Oh, all right? Behave yourself. Behave yourself.
Bro, listen, I never saw Floyd's toupee hover off the top of his head and then levitate back into his head.
He's got money, though.
He's got money to get it done properly. That's why.
No, but he's got it done, though. He's already got it done.
Yeah, I know. He got it done properly. That's why.
Yeah.
Bro.
But look, Money's returning. Now, I said in the group chat, no one wants this. Him, Pacman too. I was first to say, and no one wants this. I don't want it. I know us as a group don't really want it.
No.
The thing is that we've been past that. Like, obviously, everyone will say when it did happen, it was too late. I agree to a certain extent. But then if Pacman didn't lose to Marquez like he lost 2 of them fights beforehand, maybe we would have got it sooner. But anyway, but he's coming back. 49-0, 50 if you want to count the Conor fight, but I take it as 49-0. ST, your reaction, because I don't want this. I'm not a fan of these boxers. Like I obviously we all love boxing, and obviously Tooth loves combat sport, every version of combat sports, and we understand that these guys are fighters. It's what they've done from when they were kids, and there's always going to be that urge to fight, and any opportunity to come back they will, or as Tooth knows in Tony Ferguson's case, they just won't retire, they just keep on going. But there's just times where it's like, brother, you've had your time, just let it go. But ST, your reaction to Money May saying that he's coming back professionally in the sport of boxing.
These uncles need to lie, bro. Like, just retire with your grandchildren, bro. I can't even lie to you. Both of them have grandchildren. Enjoy your life, man. You lot have earned so much money. Like, when it becomes time where you just need to lie. You know, you have those 2 uncles that don't like each other at the cookout, and they're just constantly fighting. It's like, I would have whooped you back in my day. Relax, man. You got all grandpas. Like enjoy your grandchildren. Chill, man. You don't need to prove anything. Both of you don't need to prove anything. But you know what it is? It's money at the end of the day. Maybe both of them are low on money, innit? So you never know, innit?
Well, obviously, Pacman's still been fighting. Obviously, we mentioned the Barrios fight earlier. He's had a couple fights before that. Can't remember the names. And Money's been doing these exhibition sort of things. But I know Tooth alluded to. I'm going to bring him in a second. Obviously, in terms of money, there's nothing else that this says to me. Obviously, I understand the warriors in them always want to do boxing, but this predominantly we know from Money Made, this is about money. Now, there's two ways you can look at it. It's a case of he's capitalizing on a payday. Everybody in at this moment in time since Corona has been on this nostalgia kick, the dopamine of nostalgia, how it was when we was growing up, and we love it. But there's also the element that Tooth is going to obviously mention, that man, them are struggling financially, can't maintain the lifestyle, and this is why they're doing it. So Tooth, go on, let's hear from you,
bro. It's money less Mayweather, bro. It's money less. Way telling you, bro. He's got nothing left, bro, and it's very well reported. Whether you like to believe it or not, or how truthful these reports are, but from what I'm seeing, hearing, reading, looks like he's in a bit of bother, bro. It looks like, and this is not exclusive to Floyd. We have seen countless athletes in the NBA, in the NFL, in football, in American sports style, because they're not very well savvy economically. Do you know what I mean? Like there's that recurrent theme that these guys get 100 million. Tyson being one of them, Chris Eubank Sr. being the other. Like Meldrick Taylor ended up homeless. Do you get what I mean? Like it's very well documented. So Floyd is not excluded. He's a victim of his own devices of his own sport, right? But as much as he's a victim, he's not, bruv. Because Floyd said this many a times, yeah, this guy's a hypocrite, and I'm about to unpack it. Said many a times, bruv, he's in this to get money and retire young, because he saw what happened to Roger. He saw what happened to Senior. He didn't want to hang around. In fact, when Pacman came back in 2001 against the Australian dude, who was the first one to oh, he's coming back because he needs to. Well, Floyd, what position are you in now? You're coming back because you need to. Referring to Pac-Man's tax troubles and all of that shit that was going on at the time. You remember? Like, he was in debt to the tax man. He had to come back, fight Keith Thurman, fight the... and obviously a lot of botch. You get what I mean? According to him. Yeah? That's not George Foreman's grill. You know what I mean? No one's buying into that shit. Like, that is endorsed by Floyd. It's a very niche market. And, like strip clubs and things like this, assets and all of this, they can only get you so far.
Yeah.
If you're blowing money out the other end with your car collections and your holidays, jewelry, watches, which then leads me on to like all the legal trouble that he's in. Again, kind of documented, it's out there. His old manager, Al Heyman, you said he's with CSI Sports, yeah? Who was the guy that was getting him all this money? Who was the guy that made him an athlete that earned up to $1 billion? Got $1 billion, bro. $1 billion was Heyman. And that's the same guy that's suing him, bro. That's the same. They're in a legal standoff now. And so he knew all this shit, bro. He's not a victim. He knew. He got so far ahead of everyone, and he blew it. Similar to Mike Tyson, bro. And now Mike Tyson's coming back and we're all like, oh, what the fuck is he doing? And it's the same with Floyd now, bro. It's the same with Floyd. He has no money. He's coming back. And I wish him nothing but the worst, bro. Because you get what I mean? Like, I hope he continues fighting until he's 90, bro. And still not. Because, bro, welcome to my world. You know what I mean? Welcome to our world, bro. You wanted to throw that money. You wanted to play off it. Well, this is how life balances itself out sometimes. Do you get what I mean? This is how it works, bro. And also, bro, I just like I said, it's more like his character, bro. It's if we were talking Conor McGregor walking back through the door, we'd be scrutinizing him the same way. So I want Floyd to get his Floyd to get his due diligence, bro. Bro, off camera, yeah, we were talking about some of the race shit was going on, yeah. Remember when Gucci done the blackface, and then the first thing Floyd done was walk into a Gucci shop and buy Gucci, and like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
But you know,
this
Floyd's
is for
an idiot
that,
like
bro.
that, bro.
Yeah, this is for that, bro. This is this is for all that. All this shit that's been going on in the Middle East, and he's been picking sides. You know, I don't want to cancel that, bro. This is for that.
I hear it.
Bro.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is.
I hear it.
And look now, bro. Look now, you're broke. You're broke, bro. You're broke, and you're trying to afford, bro. No one's watching. Everyone's streaming that fight, bro. You ain't getting a fucking penny, bro. You ain't earning a penny, bro. TJ, you ain't buying that shit, bro. This ain't the Ricky Hatton fight back in.
I will watch the fights.
That's it. I was gonna say
I will watch the fight.
You will find a way to watch the fight. People.
I will watch the fight.
And listen,
it will be on TV, and I will watch the fight.
To all our viewers, yeah, ST is in Accra anyway, so this shit don't matter to him. Do you get what I mean? So.
Oh yeah. I'm not even in the country, so it's cool. But yeah.
Trust me, bro. Trust me. So it's one of them ones, bro. It's just like good, bro. Good. You kind of deserve it for being a twat like this whole time, bro. But yeah, as a boxer, obviously phenomenal boxer, changed the game. Credit where credit is due, as far as his craft is concerned. I could separate. I can make that distinction.
Yeah.
But as an overall human being and what he represented and what he's going through right now, I couldn't care less, bro. But we'll watch it, like you said, TJ. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. You know what I mean? We'll watch it.
Of course we will, because at the end of the day, despite us not wanting this, we're still going to watch it because it's still got the intrigue. It's still two of the greatest fighters that we've seen, right? So it's still going to get the views. It's still going to get the eyes. It's still going to get people coming out in Vegas. And it's still got the intrigue. As much as we don't want it, it still has that intrigue of, because I know for a fact we could sit here and be like, we're not going to watch it. We're not going to watch it. We're not going to watch it. Then then the week of the fight, we'll be on here doing a preview. We'll watch the fight, and it's not one of them ones where, obviously, as Tooth said, he only saw the Garcia fight because of highlights. We'll be up at 4 a.m. watching it because it's that kind of fight, just like we were however many years goes, up at 4, 5 a.m. watching that fight. So as much as we don't want it, we're still going to watch it, and that's the annoying thing about this fight, because it's still got the pull because of what these fighters did in their time. ST, you wanted to say something?
No, I was going to say, in terms of I was going to mention about the money thing and stuff like that. I do feel like it is both of their faults as well that this is happening. Floyd's expenses and both is more than what he does, and it's a shame, but at the same time, this is sad. Like, people like us, the ethnics, we're not saving our money properly. We're not investing it into the stupid things. And then look, you're having to come out. He should be, like I said, he should be retired before that and stuff like that. But let's be real. We ain't gonna watch it. Well, we are going to watch it. I probably won't be able to watch it because I'll be in the village. But I don't know. I can't lie. I might be. Yeah. I might be in the village, but if I do manage to watch it, I will find a way to watch it.
No,
That's what I'm going to
Yeah.
do.
one
Man said
hundred.
talk sport, bro. Man said talk sport in the bush,
There's
bro.
no talk sport in Ghana.
Man said no talk sport in our crowd, bro. But listen, it's we'll see what happens with this. As I
Hey,
said,
listen, can I just say one thing? I'm still picking Pac-Man hopelessly.
oh,
Just because I want to.
behave yourself, bro.
I'm still
Behave yourself.
Oh,
Like, listen,
come
I,
on,
too.
man.
I get it. It was it like two.
I know he's not winning, bro. I knew the first time he weren't winning, but I'm just still needing Floyd to lose, bro.
Bro, listen.
You see,
When
he's not losing.
listen, Floyd is where he is because of what he is, and this is the problem too. You were in the group, you weren't in the group chat when that fight took place, and cooking with Rash was. Listen, he was flying the flag for Pac-Man. Said Pac-Man's gonna do it. Bringing up all the old tapes, saying, Oscar beat Floyd and Zab Judah beat Floyd
Oh,
and Otto beat Floyd, and he said he cheated and blah blah blah. Like, we was there. Myself and the truth were there, brother. We were just sitting there thinking to ourselves, really. Like, bro, I said, we both said it at the time. If it wasn't for Floyd's hands being broken, he'd knock Pac-Man out. We said it before the fight, we had no qualms with Floyd winning, apart from the fact that he can't stop him. I was like, if Floyd could stop Manny, that fight would have won past 4 rounds. And I said that before the fight. But unfortunately, because of the hands, he couldn't. But we knew what it was. We knew what was going to happen. The street science always overcomes, bro. Especially when you got the high boxing IQ and the defense of Floyd. There was only going to be one outcome. And when you had Freddie the Joke Cockroach as your trainer, it was only going to end one way. No defense, pure offense, bro. Like, Marquez did the thing after he got cheated in two of the fights. And then Floyd just finished the job. Like, it's going to be the same outcome in September. Like, Floyd's still going to do the same thing. Pac-Man ain't got the power that he once had. So Pac-Man's literally going into this fight with nothing, bro. Apart from the fact that he's probably been active for longer than Floyd. That's the only thing you can give Pac-Man. But it's going to be the same outcome because it's TBE, bro.
No.
It's TBE.
I remember, bro. Listen, I remember the first fight as well. I remember long before the first fight because we were still in uni, bro. This is 08, 09, when it really should have happened. Around that time. And bro, I was just like, yeah, obviously Floyd is just another level, another class, to Pac-Man. But it was just that hopeless, like, naivety, like, oh, come on, Pac-Man, just do it. Like, bro, I've never supported you before this fight. I've never supported you after. I just do it for this one fight, bro. Just do it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, just hopeless. But same this time round, bro. I dislike, now that I know more about Pac-Man, I dislike him more, bro. So I kind of hope they both knock each other out. Double knockout.
No contest.
No contest, bro. Like, listen, we're gonna see what happens. I can't wait to see what Roy Jones has to say on this.
Oh
but,
my god, bro. This guy
that
single-handedly tarnishing his legacy just for his Floyd hatred.
Bro.
I've never seen someone who hates Floyd more than him. He does not like
but
him.
ST, we said this on the poddy.
Yeah, we covered it.
Floyd was what Roy Jones was supposed to be and better.
Yes.
Because I said it to you before Roy Jones, obviously what the Tony fight, bro. Roy Jones was better than what Floyd ever was, and I will say that. But in terms of the career, bro, unfortunately it didn't materialize. But Roy Jones was the best that I've ever seen in his prime.
Roy, hey, listen, Roy, yeah. One thing that I don't know the beef between these two. I really don't know. I'm not really invested in it. You two probably have more understanding on it than I do. But I'm just talking about Roy and Floyd's career here. I don't think they can be compared, bro. I think personally, Roy, not like at the time they were competing as what. That's what I'm talking about. Is Roy took a lot more risks than Floyd could ever even
Oh yeah,
imagine
oh
taking.
yeah,
He did.
Floyd was like, I'm gonna fight people at the right time. A side beat a lot of bro. Roy would fight heavyweight this week, go back down to middleweight 2 weeks later, come back up to light heavyweight, go up to like, bro, he was doing all kinds of
yeah,
crazy shit.
yeah.
Which cost him in the end, which
Yes,
eventually did cost him.
and that's the point. That's why I say, Tooth. I said Roy was the best, bro. Listen, if Roy could have maintained his career when he was at his best, I don't think
Yeah,
we'd be talking about Floyd at all.
yeah,
That's how high I have. Don't get me wrong. As I said, Floyd is the goal of my lifetime, but I understand what Roy Jones was.
He
Roy
was a
Jones
joke,
was
yeah,
bro.
like, if you have Floyd here, Roy Jones was here, bro, in his pomp. That's how
yeah,
good he was. And as you said, going from middleweight up to heavyweight, like, that's crazy. And winning a world title as well. That is crazy, bro. But unfortunately,
yeah.
as you said,
Mental.
it was his demise. And that's the difference between Roy. Roy went into this wanting to fight any and everybody and then ended up losing. Oh, bro, that Antonio Tarver fight still pains me. Still pains me the way how he lost that fight.
Bro, FT's boy, Enzo Macronelli in the first round, bro.
Oh,
You remember
Lebedev as
that, bro?
well.
bro,
Lebedev knocked him
just
out as well.
bro,
Yeah,
listen,
but
no, bro,
that
bro,
proper.
no, man, them. Listen to who we're talking about. Roy Jones lost to, bro. Like, do you know how much that
Glenn Johnson.
hurts? Do
Bro,
you know
that's
how much
crazy,
that
bro.
hurts?
Yeah, but the Glenn Johnson one, again, that's when he was hopping up and down divisions, yeah? Tarver, again, hopping up and down
Mm,
divisions, taking on the hardest fights, the hardest risks. Um, High risk, low reward. You know what I mean? These weren't the
mm.
sort of fights that Floyd was participating in. It was the complete opposite. It was low risk, high reward. Do you know what I mean? Ricky Hattons
Towards
and
the
shit
end,
like this.
towards the end.
Towards the
Yeah,
Obviously,
end,
yeah.
not the start.
remember,
But
Pretty boy
the
no,
Floyd,
no,
B.
I'll
no.
give
Of
him
course,
that.
but that's
He was the B side up
but
until until after De La Hoya. He was the B side up after.
absolutely. But then compare that to Roy at the end of his career. That's what we're saying. Like these losses as well. Enzo Macronelli, Ledbedev. Like, bro, we don't look at those losses overall in his well,
Yeah.
I don't personally.
Mm.
Like when people are talking Roy, I'm like, oh bro, he lost to Enzo in the first round. Like, bro, he was 64 when he had that fight. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, when you look at it on paper, Floyd's record, of course,
Yeah.
nothing comes close to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but with Roy, I agree, bro. I think Roy is if you were to create a boxer on a game, like
Yeah.
Roy would be the guy
Yeah.
you have in mind,
Yeah.
not Floyd.
Bro,
One
he was
hundred percent,
nasty.
and I don't disagree with that at all. But man, and finally, before we go, because we need to wrap up, it seems that our friend Eddie Hearn is not happy. And obviously, Eddie Hearn not being happy means that we're all happy. Conor Benn has decided to dump Eddie Hearn, leave Matchroom, and join Tooth's boy, Uncle Dana, on Zuffa Boxing. Eddie Hearn seemed to be upset. He basically said that, in a nutshell, Zuffa earned more, offered more money. Matchroom, it said that Matchroom weren't willing to match that. Eddie said he wanted to talk to Conor. Conor didn't take the phone call. Conor put out a statement basically saying he was looking at legacy fights. Obviously, he respects Matchroom and has a loyalty to them, which doesn't make any sense because if you were loyal, you would have stayed. Um, and yeah, he's on Zuffa Boxing now. ST, but all right, let me before I'll come to two for that question. But ST, um, is this the right thing for Conor Benn? Leaving Matchroom. Obviously, Eddie stuck by this man through the drug cheating scandal. It is said that Eddie facilitated money for Eggy Ben. and Eddie backed him no matter what. Is this a betrayal? Like the media are basically calling Conor a Judas to Eddie Hearn after all Eddie Hearn has done. Is this that, or is it just a case of it's business and nothing more?
I think it's the latter. Um, Obviously, it's business, and Conor Benn, you can see he was that sort of character anyway, bro. All these brothers, especially guys like Conor Benn, you have sharks around you. His manager is someone called Keith Connolly. Keith Connolly is notoriously known for doing stuff like this. Like where the money is, quick fast money, go to it. You only got a short career, go to it. Yes, I do feel like Eddie Hearn's entitled to feel betrayed, but Eddie Hearn's done the same to other fighters, bro.
Yeah.
He's cashed out on other fighters and let them go.
Yep.
And then when they said that, oh, he didn't give them a call and stuff like that, he came out and said, no, but I didn't need to give a call because you weren't making me money. So the same treatment Conor Benn gave you is the same treatment you've been giving other fighters. So I don't feel sorry for you. Like at the end of the day, it's two sport kids. They're both sport kids that didn't get their way, and now he's been taken advantage of. And where Eddie Hearn and other promoters have done the same thing. So I don't feel sorry for him. Conor Benn's done the best thing for his thing, and it makes sense because he was going. Conor Benn after the first loss to Eubank Jr. was going around to America, getting his name up. But that's because he had signed with Keith Connolly. It makes sense now. Keith Connolly tried to expose him to the American market, obviously due to the fight, but
And they love him out there, by the way.
They love him because of who he is. So now he's gone out because of Keith Connolly, gone to America, gone to New York and all these places like that, got his name out there. And you can tell it was all in the works because now it's not surprising that he's gone to Dana because Conor wants to conquer the market, but he's got his name. It's all been a plan from the start. I reckon Conor knew that he was going to go ages before he told what's his name, Eddie Hearn. So yeah, man, like you knew he was that sort of character, you know. And the joke thing is, Conor Benn hasn't even got a world title yet. He hasn't even got a European or Commonwealth title, bro.
Bro, he hasn't won a belt, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man hasn't even won the English schools title or whatever it is, bro. Like this youth doesn't have a belt, bro. It's crazy that this youth has not won a single belt, and he is the mandatory for the WBC world title. Hasn't won a UK, hasn't won an English title, hasn't won a European title. Like Commonwealth title, no belts he's won, and this guy is mandatory for the WBC. But ST, one more before I go to two.
Yeah,
I completely understand you're saying it's business, but it's specifically because Eddie backed him during the drug scandal and got him over. Surely, business is business, but surely a phone call. That should happen.
I agree. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. Again, like Eddie has done a lot for him. Let's not even cap. Like, he's done so much for him. Got him out of a sticky situation. I do believe that Eddie did loan him money and stuff like that. And I do believe that yes, he did help Conor out. But again, I'm a bit skeptical because you know why? Let's be real. If Conor loses, bro, you're cashing out on Conor, bro. If the game is dirty, bro. Like if Conor was to properly lose, like, and his stock was to go down, you would have sold him quickly. You've done it with other fighters, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, Eddie did help him out. I'm not gonna gas and say he didn't. He did. Backed him through everything. Siege mentality. When everybody was calling him a drug thief, Eddie was backing him to the brim, saying that he was innocent. And then you stab him in the back like this is deep. I can't lie, it's deep, but Eddie's done this before to people. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have sympathy for him. I can't even lie.
No, not all.
I don't believe him though, bro. I don't believe him though. I think there's something that's gone on behind the scenes, bro. Because story's just not adding up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's the opposite, bro. I don't believe anything these men. I think there's been a breakdown in communication for a long time. They might have been just saving face for these fights. And then Eddie kind of knew he was leaving and tried to squeeze every penny out of him, defend him, save face. And then this was just like a last hurrah, like, you know, I've done all this shit for you. Maybe you might re-sign with me, maybe. You know what I mean? Because with Zuffa Boxing, bro, they're nobodies. Who the fuck are they? Who are they? And then second of all, you're going to Uncle Dana, notorious again for keeping every penny that he can get, like notorious for not paying his fighters. Yeah, and then again, you're going to Uncle Dana, yeah, who I know Eddie loves to be all up in the videos, as Suge Knight used to say, but you're going to an organization where there is like superstars come few and far between. You know what I mean? Usually all cameras are on Dana. You know what I mean? You ain't getting like, unless you're a Conor, a Ronda, a John Jones, like majority of the time the camera's on Dana White. He is the show. As in, he is the guy that everyone wants to hear from, talk to. So, and then again, they've got no experience in boxing other than a fat paycheck from Turkey Milkshake. You get what I mean? So it doesn't make sense, bro. I'm trying to make sense. It's just not adding up unless there was something that went on behind the scenes. I think they had an argument or some sort. Lines broke down, communication lines broke down, and now he's trying to have a pity party for himself, go out there and try to, like he does, like Eddie Hearn is a notorious liar, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, Terence Crawford hated what's his name?
Bob Arum. Bob Arum.
Bob hated him, but still in his face publicly on a press conference, turned around to him and said, "Yeah, I'm not signing with you." Like after his last fight with him. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I did.
Before the Errol Spence fight.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, and you're telling me Eddie Hearn stuck his neck out for you, done all of this, and you're not replying to a text or a call. Like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
It's a good, it's a different take, and it's a take that I never actually thought of, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
true.
the more that you've spoken about it, the more it's like, yeah, actually, yeah, this kind of makes sense. I can't lie.
It's not adding up, bro.
Yeah, nah, 100%. And this is the thing, Tooth and ST, as Tooth said, bro, Zuffa Boxing is no one. They don't really recognize the governing bodies in boxing. I know that they kind of have to allow their fighters to fight for the belts because they haven't obviously created their own sort of thing yet. ST Conor Benn will be the biggest name on there. There's a couple other names on there that I don't recognize. Obviously, I know they're only starting out. But he's taking a massive. He's saying he wants legacy fights, but I'm just like, bro,
yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what fights have they created for you to? Like, what body of work have they got in boxing for you to defect and go there? Like they must have promised you the world and 3 goats for you to go there because it doesn't make sense otherwise.
No, you're right, but at the same time, though, Turkey's involved, so Turkey will still be able to convince, due to money, the other fighters to come and fight, and maybe he will get legacy fights. But it's weird though because Eddie's still working with Turkey. They're all working with Turkey, so it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that he's left. You know what? Tooth could be right. You know, to be fair.
No, but remember Turkey. So Turkey is like the man in the middle. So he's obviously working with Dana separately, working with Eddie separately, working with Frank Warren separately. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Turkey is the common denominator within all of this. But yeah, sorry to cut you off, but yeah, Tooth could be right.
No, go on.
Sans, it's just it's all a bit weird. It's all a bit weird.
You made a great point as well. Sorry, TJ, you made a great point as well, which I forgot to mention in my earlier sort of response was Dana he's not going to work with anyone else. He's not, bro, he doesn't do cross promotion. So Zuffa will be outsiders. Yeah. They'll be having their own belt, their own rankings. They ain't trying to fuck with the WBA, IBF, WBO. They don't care about none. They're trying to make all that shit obsolete, bro. Their whole
Yeah.
mission, do you know what I mean? They're trying to get rid of all that. Have this whole like one umbrella, one rule
UFC thing.
thing that they created with the U. Yeah, but it's you're not going to do that in boxing, bro. You're just not,
No, it's
and
impossible.
you're definitely not going to do that with Conor Benn, fam. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
he's not that guy. So we'll see how this shit plays out, bro. And I think there's going to be a lot of dirty laundry that's going to be aired very soon because
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn ain't the kind of guy that will keep his mouth shut. Like, give it a
Yep.
month or two, talk sport, him and Simon Jordan, all of this shit is going to come right out,
Yeah.
bro.
Yep. 100%. But listen, as we all said, we're here for it. Eddie Hearn in the mud, we're absolutely happy because we can't stand him. Conor Benn obviously doesn't look like he's going anywhere in his career because I'm just like, well, who's he going to fight? I know he's mandatory for Ryan Garcia. Garcia don't want to see him. Obviously Shakur, but Shakur said you need to fight at a catch weight and there's a no rehydration clause for you to fight me.
Rightly so.
So it won't be him. Obviously Devin Haney, not interested.
He turned down Lewis Crocker apparently.
Who
That's
did?
what Eddie Hearn said. Um, Conor Benn turned down Lewis Crocker because of the hydration clause and stuff like that. Because you know
Exactly.
the IBF they
mm,
do a 10-day weigh-in. You have like a 10-pound weigh-in or something like that before the
okay.
match. You have to be under 10 pounds before the day of your weigh-in and stuff like that, something like that. And he turned it down.
So there you go. And so then the
Yeah.
talk has now come back to obviously he's still saying because he's mandatory he'll get the WBC bout, but the talk has then come with a trilogy fight with Eubank Jr. at 168. So it's like, well, you've made this move, and obviously I know it's only fresh, it's only just happened, but it's like where you're looking to go, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that for you. But
And it's a one fight deal as well.
oh, it's only one fight.
Only one fight deal, yeah.
So who? What? Listen, don't tell me foolishness. So what's the point then?
It's dumb. I know he is. He's only on a one fight deal, and he's getting over $10 million
No,
for it.
there you go. Well, there you go. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
No, okay.
that's
So,
why.
yeah, there we go. All right, cool. There's
That's
the
why.
answer. There's the
That's why.
answer.
Yeah,
There it is. There it is.
yeah, that's what it is.
But listen, people, we're gonna have to stop there. Yeah, listen, I've enjoyed this so much. But let us know what
Yeah,
you're
man.
thinking. Think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Garcia versus Barrios. Obviously, it was one-sided fight. Who do you think Garcia should fight next? Should it be Shakur Stevenson? Should it be Devin Haney? Should he be calling out Romero for a rematch? Should it be Conor Benn? Let us know what you think about Mayweather versus Pacman. Are you here for it? Are you here for the nostalgia? Do you want to roll back the years? Or are you just like, brother, go play catch with your kids? Like, allow it. We do not need this at all, which I think we all concur, but we're all still going to watch it anyway. And let us know what you think about Conor Benn's defection to Zuffa for one fight. And obviously snaking Eddie Hearn. Is it disgraceful? Is it what Eddie deserves? As ST said, Eddie's done the same to fighters. So is it just business? As Tu said, Uncle Dana, bruv, like, it's all about him. It's not really going to be about you. And obviously, in terms of the world title landscape, how does Zuffa fit into all of that? There's so many questions that need to be answered because of that. We want to hear from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Want to say thank you very much. I've thoroughly enjoyed this boxing talk. Thank you very much to my guys, Two Fit ST. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Bro, it's been a crazy one, man. Enjoyed
Thank
it.
you, bro.
Really enjoyed it.
Proper,
Yeah,
bro.
thank you, bro.
Well, we'll be back soon, bro. We'll be back soon.
Well,
We will.
100%. People coming up, obviously, Footy Chat will be back. We know that Mr. K will definitely be bouncing into Footy Chat after what happened. But also, yeah, so we're going to obviously be reviewing the North London derby, obviously previewing Arsenal versus Chelsea. We're going to be talking about the Vinicius Junior situation. And if Tooth now wants to talk about football, obviously with midweek games, as well as the weekend games with the midweek games, we're going to probably preview Newcastle United, which will be taking place next week. I think this time next week, or maybe a week tomorrow. But there's a lot to get through in terms of footy chat, a lot that we're going to need to discuss. Tooth, UFC. What's it name? The next card, BMF. Is it the BMF? Charlie Olive's in Max Holloway. Is he gone? Where's he gone?
I think so. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the next one.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll
do
definitely...
We'll do a preview. Yeah, we'll do a preview for that for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But listen, people, stay safe out there. Be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.